Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I hope you're off to an amazing start to your day today. I want to be able to take a couple of minutes and I want to walk you through what I believe is also going to add to the foundation of what you need in order to crush the rest of this year, the fourth quarter going into next year. But before I do, let's talk about the Daily Mastermind quote of the day. Now, if you haven't downloaded the Daily Mastermind mobile app yet, go over to iTunes or Google Play, download it. It's free. There's no paid version. It's all free. The resources on there, meditations, affirmations, ebooks, audiobooks, and it'll link you to the blog and the podcast as well. But I hope those resources will help you on the go throughout your day for your daily rituals. But one of those resources is the quote of the day. It has a great pick every day that we post on Instagram. But the quote of the day today is by Les Brown. And his quote, and I tell you, one of the things I love about Les Brown, he has such a positive outlook on life, but I love to listen to him talk as well. But his quote today is, live full, die empty. Live full, die empty. I love that because I really, really want to encourage you and motivate you, inspire you to be able to live at your full capacity and unleash your true potential. And that's what I want to do today because I want to take a minute and I want to remind some of you, sometimes we have to go back to the fundamentals, and the fundamentals are things that we need to incorporate throughout our day, throughout our week, ongoing, while we're trying to crush our goals, while we're trying to increase our business, better our relationships, better our communication, and just become better versions of ourselves. And one of the things I've done over time, I've had this total privilege, and I've been fortunate enough to learn from some of the greatest thought leaders, celebrities, authors, 7, 8, 9-figure mentors in the world. And what I've done over time, over the last, let's say it's probably been 25 years now, is I've pulled together what I believe are 12 of the most important pillars of prosperity, teachings of prosperity. Now, I can't take credit for any of these because these are timeless truths that I believe will help you in any business that you are part of. And so I want to go through those with you today. And I want to go through those with you because I believe they form a major foundation for what you need to use in your life and in your day-to-day activities. So I put together a poster, and it's the 12 prosperity pillars. And I'm going to go through that real quickly with you today. I use these personally as a daily affirmation. So you could use these as an affirmation, or you could use these pillars as something that can take you to the next level, by applying certain strategies in your life. So I'm going to go through the 12, and then I'm going to kind of circle back and talk about a couple of them. The first one is, I create my life. I create my life. The second one is, I take personal responsibility. I take personal responsibility. The third one is, I act in spite of my mood. I act in spite of my mood. The fourth one is, I surround myself with positive people. I surround myself with positive people. The fifth one is, I focus on solutions. I focus on solutions. The sixth one is, I create an attitude of abundance. I create an attitude of abundance. The seventh one is, I choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. The eighth one is, I always think win-win. I always think win-win. The ninth one is, I am committed to lifelong learning. I am committed to lifelong learning. And then one of my personal favorites, number 10, is, I create daily rituals. I create daily rituals. Number 11, I attract success. I attract success. And finally, number 12, I visualize and manifest my life. I visualize and manifest my life. Now, there are certain ones of these prosperity pillars, of these 12 pillars, that you may relate to the most. There may be a couple of them that you struggle with the most, but I can assure you that each of these 12 pillars are all critical to creating and unleashing the life that you are meant to live. And the reason I say that is because each and every one of them is designed to give you strategies. Each and every one of them is designed to help you create the right mindset. Each and every one of those is designed to help you attract what you need into your life. So even though you may take on the surface value things like visualize and manifest my life, it's so critical to be able to create clarity for you to be able to manifest your life. And so each of these, while simple, we could probably do weeks of podcasts on, because each of these are principles that as you dig deeper and deeper into them, as you reflect on them, you'll find have a whole world of opportunity for learning, for growth, and for potential. But obviously I started them out with I create my life because I believe that you can create your life. I believe that if you take that proactive role, you can stop living and being basically influenced by all of the things outside of you, and you can work from inside of you and create your life. But one of my personal favorites, because it's one that I actually struggle with the most, is the third one. I act in spite of my mood. And I think this one is that key to pushing yourself to the next level and pushing yourself to a level that you can go and actually get past your comfort zone, get past the things that hold you back. Like we talked about yesterday with the obstacle is the way. Sometimes it's pushing through or around or indirectly past the obstacle in your life. And look, none of us feel like doing things at certain times, right? After a long day of work, we don't feel like doing the extra work we need on our side hustle. When we are tired and worn out and beat up, we don't feel like talking and communicating and increasing our relationships. When we're tired in the morning, we don't feel like getting up. We don't feel like going and working out and getting our body moving. But the bottom line is your greatest results and your greatest life lies past your comfort zone. It lies in the moments when you don't feel like doing it. It's not when you're on a high. It's not when you feel like doing it that you're going to accomplish your greatest feats. It's when you don't feel like doing it. It's like David Goggins says, it's when you push at the point of 40% where you're going to normally stop. That's when you'll see your greatest gains. And Ryan Holiday talked about in The Obstacle is the Way, he said, it's pushing through the obstacle. It's not the obstacle, not up to the obstacle or past it. It's pushing through at that point that, most people would give up. So acting in spite of my mood, that is a big one. The other one that I would say is I surround myself with positive people. Now, on a surface, you would think that this just means cut negative out of your life and create positive people as far as an influence. But I'm here to tell you, I've done this myself in my life. I've had individuals that maybe even seemed positive, were individuals that seemed like they were supportive, but they weren't. And I've made hard decisions to be able to exclude those people from my day-to-day and surround myself with people that are genuine and authentic and truly do mean to help others rather than capitalize on other people. And by doing that, I have found some massive growth in myself, as well as my opportunities and revenue sources and things like that as well. So like I said, I encourage you to go through these prosperity pillars. You can go to thedailymastermind.com, dailymastermind.com, and you can look at the poster that I have on there. You can go through these affirmations. You can go back into the very early episodes of this podcast, and I featured one of each of these in a podcast episode in the very beginning. Obviously, I probably sound like I was trying to figure out how to do a podcast at that point, but very, very sound concepts. So if you want to go back and dig deep into these 12 pillars, I encourage you to do that in the first dozen episodes of this podcast. But basically, I wanted you to get these and reiterate these because the fundamentals are key to building a strong foundation. And it's funny because we did an event just recently with Jim Rohn, and he spoke to tens of thousands of people for us. And, Jim said that he's had a lot of critics over the years that have said, man, you always talk about the same thing. And he just looked at them and responded with, yeah, exactly. Because when you have timeless truth, and it's truth, by the way, that most people have not mastered and most won't in their lifetime, then you have to be reminded. You have to come back to it. So many of us are looking for the new secret change, special strategy, when the bottom line is truth and fundamentals are fundamentals. And until you've mastered those fundamentals, you could spend your lifetime on those simple truths that will take you to the next level. So that's my message for today. Try to learn these prosperity pillars, implement them in your life. Like I said, these are core foundational set of principles that I believe will help you in every area. And I look forward to talking with you again tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Once again, this is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Talk with you soon.